Shawty's like a melody in my head that I can't keep out. Got me singing.
Hi guys, it's your girl Ari Kelly coming back at you with another video. As you can see, we are in a different area than what I normally film. I finally got whatever it's called that you put your phone on. I'm drawing a blank so I can hold it up and record it because I didn't have enough stuff to stack it to film it on the bed video. Also, I know my tapestry does not match my bedding. This is my bedding for my dad's. I have bedding to match the tapestry, but I changed it and now I gotta get a new tapestry and move this one. So don't throw shade. But this is a really cute tapestry, like it's fire. Today we're doing a more serious video. It is why I am not going back to college this semester, or maybe this year. We're gonna see how things go. Maybe not ever. I really do not know what I'm doing with my life right now. I don't think anybody does. I'm almost 19 and all I want to do is make money. I don't want to go to school. I don't want to waste time doing stuff that's not making me money. So I don't know. But my trusty little notebook here with all of my ideas, because you know I can't even remember what the thing holding my phone is called, let alone enough ideas for an entire video. So let's just get into this. I'm not a big fan of the super long intros. So originally my plan was to go to FIT, and then stuff happened. I have a video up about that if you want to know. And I didn't end up going. And then what I decided to do was go to my local community college, because community colleges will accept just about anyone, even last minute. And then I could dorm and get out of my toxic home environment because I was a minor and I didn't turn 18 until November. So I only went to the school I went to because I wanted to get out of the toxic environment. I don't think a degree from a community college is going to benefit me in a fashion industry where everyone else has fashion degrees. Don't get me wrong, I think community colleges are great. There's nothing wrong with them. But when you're going into a field as competitive as fashion, you need a fashion degree. And me getting a business marketing degree from a community college, it's not even a, like if it was a fashion degree from a community college, it'd be different. But I am just getting a business marketing degree because they don't offer fashion. So it's not going to benefit me if I go into the fashion industry. I'm really trying to push social media, Instagram, and YouTube right now because I feel like that's the best way to get noticed without going to a fashion school, because I don't think I want to go to FIT. I was supposed to just defer a year and go back this year, but I wouldn't have done that anyway because of COVID. So I was going to live in the dorms at this community college and work. I was working like 30 to 35 hours a week, like trying to save up money so I could get an apartment when the summer came. Like when we were supposed to leave the dorms in May, I was going to start applying for apartments in like the month before that, April. So that way I could try to find something, and then depending on the prices, like the place I'm living in now, paying for this every month is cheaper than what I paid for dorming also. So if I were to go back, I would still stay here. So since this is cheaper, I would have stayed here rather than going back to the dorms. But if the apartment I found was more expensive, then I was going to go back to the dorms when the school year started again. So that was originally my plan. I was working my ass off. I was being a full-time student. I was working 30 to 35 hours a week. I was having a social life. I started talking to my boyfriend in the second semester, and I was partying almost every weekend. So my life was hectic. It was fun. It was great. I was making money. I was going to school. I had great friends. I had a great life. And then this virus hit and everything went south, all right? Things are better now, but it was really bad for a little while. I had to stay with a friend because of my toxic home life. I didn't want to go back home. I wasn't technically homeless. Like if I really, really wanted to go back home, I could have. I just didn't want to. I did not want to be in that environment. I am so much more happy, and like my life is going so much better without me being there, without that negativity. So I did not want to go back there. So I stayed with my friend, who also happened to live near my boyfriend. Like they lived in the same area, like 20 minutes away. They went to the same high school. He wasn't my boyfriend at the time. He became my boyfriend shortly after. But I stayed with her, and then another one of our friends came and stayed with her. So we were all just like living together. I was going to see my boyfriend. It wasn't like, it was different from school, but it wasn't awful. And then I also did get a job that only lasted for about a week because we got refund checks from our college. but we didn't get them yet. So what happened was we were trying to find an apartment out in the town where we went to school, because the town that my friend lives in is an hour and a half away from here. So we were trying to find something here, that way we could live here and not have to move, you know? And then there was off-campus housing that was accepting refund checks, even though we didn't get them yet. So like as soon as we got the refund checks, we would give them to the off-campus housing, and it was going to pay up until May. We got kicked out in March, so it was going to pay April and May, 2 months. So we also had to move all of our stuff out of the dorms. We finally got the dates and the times to do that. So we moved all of our stuff out of our dorms and right across the street into this new apartment. And things were dandy skippy. And then I was living there because of my toxic home environment. And then another one of my friends was living there because of a toxic home environment. And the other one, just she wasn't happy at home. It made her depressed. So we didn't want to be home. And then the first one, she decided that she wanted to go back home before May, like not even a month into living with us. So it was whatever. She left. And then not too long after that, the other one decided she wanted to leave too. And she was like, well, I'll stay if you can't afford it, but I really do want to go home. So she went home. I moved here. And I did not have as much money saved up. I was just started working. It was a lot more short notice. So it wasn't fun. The last semester of classes was also really, really difficult doing things online. That is not the way I learn. That is not the way I comprehend things. I need structure. I need to get up and go to class, because if I'm just sitting there in front of my computer, I'm not able to focus. I don't have ADHD, but sometimes I feel like I do, because like I just cannot focus. Even in class, I have trouble focusing. I just can't learn like that. And I knew that if I continued to take online classes like that, it would wreck my GPA. So if I do decide I want to transfer to another school after this community college, if I finish out my next year and graduate, I wouldn't get accepted like anywhere because my GPA would be trash. So I was like, I'm just going to wait. Originally, my plan was to wait until classes were back in person. And I'm not trying to rush it. I understand they have to do it for our health, for their health, for everyone's safety. I'm in no rush. Right now, I am just trying to work. I'm working like almost 40 hours a week. I'm only part-time. I'm not full-time, so I can't get 40 hours a week every week. But I'm literally working as much as possible, saving up as much money as possible, so that way if I do decide to go back to school, I have enough money saved up where I don't have to work as much. This is another thing. College isn't really for me. I went to college to get out of my toxic environment, to make new friends, to meet new people, to party, because I was never allowed to go to parties at home. And now I have my own apartment and I have all the freedom in the world. I can literally go out at 3 a.m. if I wanted to. Come home at fucking 6 in the morning. It doesn't matter. I can do whatever I want. So without that being the reason that I am in college, I don't really see a point, because this marketing degree is not going to get me where I want to be. But also I did pay almost $2,000 out of pocket my first year, and I have like $5,000 in loans that I have to pay back. So I don't want to have spend that money for nothing. So part of me wants to go and finish out my other year, because it's only one more year. But the other part of me is like, well, you're literally making almost $15 an hour now. You're doing great. Just focus on work and YouTube. And, you know, I'm trying to get my license. I don't know how to drive. I want to buy a car. It's going to have to be a used car unless, like, YouTube takes off and I get a fat check or something. But, like, I'm not 100% sure college is for me, and I love fashion with every single piece of me. Like, everything inside of me loves fashion, but I'm not 100% sure that's what I want to do with the rest of my life. Like, I love it. I will style my outfits to death, but I was willing to do whatever it took, because I was going to be moving to New York City where I knew no one and nothing. And now I have friends and my boyfriend and all of these people that if I move to New York City, I'm going to be leaving behind. So the whole idea of chasing my dreams was so much easier when I had nothing to lose. Because high school friends, I was going to drift apart from them anyway, because we're all going in different areas. Like, we're all moving away. We're all going to different schools. Like, we'll still text, we'll still snap, but we're not going to be that close anymore. But now I have attachments. I have things keeping me here. So I'm not sure if I want to move to New York City and go to a fashion school or even intern or work at some place that'll get me there. So I don't know what I'm doing, and that's okay. I will continue my minimum wage Walmart job. It's not minimum wage. I'm almost making $15 an hour, $14.80. But I don't think I need to have everything figured out right now. Nobody I know does besides my boyfriend. None of my friends know what they want to do. And it keeps changing. Like, part of me wants to do interior designing. Like, decorating this apartment has been so much fun. Like, just, I spend hours a day, like just in a day, looking at decorations and finding things and like picking out color schemes and doing all of these things. But it's also expensive, so I can't buy everything all at once. But like, there's just so many things out there in the world, and telling myself that, oh, I'm gonna do fashion for so long just like kept my mind closed to everything else. So I don't know if I want to do fashion. I don't know if I want to do YouTube. I don't know if I want to do interior designing. Hell, maybe I'll go off and become a fucking firefighter, a pilot. I don't know, but that's okay, because I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to keep working. I'm going to keep grinding, and I don't think I'm going back to school. And if anyone in my family is watching this, you're finding out this way, and I'm sorry, but school is not for me. It's not for everyone. I hate it. I actually hate it. If I went to fashion school, maybe I would have loved it. Maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, this kind of turned into a little more than what I wanted it to, but here we are. So if you don't know what you're doing with your life and you're graduated high school and you're going to college, trust me, I feel you. You don't have to go to college if you don't know what you're doing. Just give yourself time. If I want to go back one day in the future, I can. If I want to change my major and go back, I can do that. I can do whatever I need to do. But right now, I don't want to go to school. I don't think school is for me. I think I need to work and save money and focus on myself and developing me, and then figure out what I want to do. So if you enjoyed this ranty video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. You're just being honest. But if you did enjoy this video and you enjoy me, you should press that subscribe button down below and turn on my post notifications so you get notified every single time I upload. And I'll have my Snapchat, Twitter, TikTok, vsco, Instagram, and Instagram closet where I'm selling all of my old clothes linked down below. So you guys should be sure to check those out. And you should leave comments down below on video ideas. If you relate, if you have any advice for anyone going through this shit, because there's plenty of us out there. So many people don't know what the fuck they want to do with their lives. And yeah, so I'll see you guys soon with another new video. Peace.
Every day's like my